And now for hopefully a short little talk about value. I have noticed over the length of my life, the more you spend on something, it is usually better quality, up to a certain point. Finding quality is a bit of a challenge. And especially in today's world where everything seems to just be getting made more cheaply and doesn't last as long. I'm not a fan of that. And sometimes spending money and spending more gives you better quality. Not always. Better cameras can be acquired with more money, but not necessarily that doesn't hold true for everything. But I mean, I've picked a very expensive hobby. They just released, Blackmagic just released a new camera that I went, oh, that'd be cool, for $30,000 just for the body. And of course, there's always the big Canon lens, the 50-1000 millimeter, that would be perfect for wildlife. That is $75,000. That's more than I make in a year, in multiple years. Not quite, but close enough. It's not going to happen, but it's cool to dream. On the things that I can afford, I've noticed typically, and that's what I seek out, is trying to find good quality without breaking the bank, without, for decent money, not getting the bottom of the barrel stuff. I say that because I've kind of done that in almost every way. I've bought bottom of the barrel stuff, and it just is crap, and it wears out quickly, and it doesn't perform, or, one thing or another. It's just bad. And then I've bought some expensive stuff, and sometimes the expensive stuff works out, and sometimes it was not so good value. It's kind of the biggest thing, honestly, if you really narrow it down, the biggest online content is, how do I spend my money? I kind of think about that, because it's something that I used to see on like threads on Reddit all the time, especially for photography, was people coming on being like, what camera do I buy? I can't afford to waste the money. I can't afford to buy the wrong thing. I can't get two. I don't want to do, and everybody's so conscious about it. And I'm sure that that's probably been around forever, because you never want to buy something if there was a better option. But like that's everywhere. That's everything. So all that to say, to lead me up to, I have been trying in my life to buy things that last longer, that are better quality, and spend a bit more than bottom of the barrel pricing, and balance that out so I get decent quality for stuff. I don't always get that right, but I've just been trying to make that a conscious effort for the things. I say all that to lead us into the thing that I have held out for the longest time with not spending good money on at all. I'm reaching down to get what it is. The topic of today, sunglasses. These sunglasses, I started wearing aviator sunglasses years ago because one person told me, hey, those look good. And I went, okay. And so I started buying aviator sunglasses. Well, I just almost threw them on the ground. Whoops. And for my entire lifetime, sunglasses have existed in one category for me. That is, buy them from the dollar store as cheaply as possible, because you're going to break them, you're going to lose them. With the first sunglasses I ever remember buying with my own money, I spent, for me as a teenager, $5-10, something like that. And they were fine. And then I think that people call them Neo glasses. But I think they were just all black with black lenses. I don't think, they weren't anything like what he wore in the movie. But the Matrix was around at that point. That was definitely a thing. It was between some of the sequels that were coming out. But anyway, I remember being really happy with those, and then I left them on the back of, I went over to a friend's house, and we were playing out in the yard, and I left them on the back bumper of their minivan, and then we drove home, and then I went, oh no, I don't have my sunglasses, and then they found them, and they gave them to me the next time I saw them, and they had been run over in the road. They found them in their neighborhood, in the road on the neighborhood, and they were destroyed. And so that really, I think my dad may have told me, or I just figured it was like, all right, well, I guess don't spend money on things like that, because you can't be responsible with them. I'm more responsible now, but that has always stayed true. That's more than 20 years of that lesson that I have always kept. And so these aviators and these aviators, the only thing I'm particular with when it comes to sunglasses, is I try not to get ones with too much of a tint. Now, these are a bit blue and these are a bit yellow. You probably have seen me wearing them. They are the only sunglasses that I own and wear. And I wear them when I drive, because the sun, right? And they are scratched. They are so, I don't know how much of this could even possibly come through, but they are barely holding on. And I spent $1 on them, I'm pretty sure. I got them from the dollar store. It may have been slightly more than that. It may be in a couple dollars, but I never spent any money on serious things at all when it comes to sunglasses. Sunglasses are the one remaining thing. If I can think about anything. Underwear, no, I like buying nice underwear. I like having something that's not the bottom of the barrel. Socks, shirts. You know, I don't do much with clothing, but things like that. I'm trying not to get like the worst possible anything. Everything seems that you get a better quality if you spend a little bit more. And it sucks because it's expensive. to get things that are actual decent quality of everything is expensive. And I'm trying to, like, we just got new electric toothbrushes because we've had ours for almost 10 years now. They've been lasting for a while. You just slap new brush heads on there and they were like, they're okay, but I don't think they're doing as good of a job. And we saw some upgrades. There've been plenty of technological upgrades for electric toothbrushes in the years. And I was like, all right, let's try something else. And so we got a new one and instantly it was like, oh, I noticed a difference there. They were expensive. Wasn't really cheap, but it wasn't top of the line or overpriced or designer or, you know, all the things, brand names or sponsorships. Or there's a lot of things that don't necessarily make for a better product, but do raise the price considerably. Influencer tax is a term you could use for some things depending on, you know. But anyway, it's not necessarily that in this case or in toothbrushes or anything like that. But the point is, sunglasses were the one remaining thing that I can think of where I don't spend top tier money. Talk about the things I use every day. An Xbox controller. I use my Xbox every day, literally, because we watch TV off of it and things like that. So I use the controller, and I've already talked about that. I bought the Elite controller because it's really good quality, and for the price, I find it extremely useful. It lasts a really long time, and it's not the Mad Catz or third-party whatever controller, something like that. Mice, keyboards, anything. Cooking instruments. God, you can spend so much on cooking. Like, I would love some, what are they, Cuisinart or something like that? Cuisinart? Is that the brand? I don't remember. There's some really nice enamel cookware that, like, it's the kind of stuff that I never cared about or, you know, my grandparents probably owned and I never even considered because it lasts for generations. I would love to get that, but they are crazy expensive. But I would really, like, that would be nice. That would be really nice. But I'm trying to buy things and take care of them. All of that leads me to the sunglasses. And the reason all of that is there is because over the Christmas vacation, just technically before, we had at my job, where I work and actually support all these crazy things that I'm doing, we had our Christmas party, our annual Christmas party that I remote into. And there is White Elephant. We all send in gifts, or people on site bring them, and they set up the camera, and there's a couple of us who work remote and some who work on site. And we're all, you know, we get together and we have a nice little Christmas party and do a little, you know, end of year celebration, something like that. We have White Elephant, so we send in, you know, pretty cheap gifts. And then there's a raffle for some of the more expensive items. And the expensive items come from vendors typically. I've gotten a few. I think I've talked about that before because I use them for wildlife. I got a suitcase. I actually got 2 suitcases. The first year and then like year 3 or 4, I won another suitcase in the raffle. They came from Uline. Uline just, when you spend enough money with Uline, they give you things, when you are a business especially, and they give you little perks whenever you place your orders and things like that. And some of them were, I got a Uline branded suitcase. It says Uline on there, but like, hey, it works. And I use it for trips. I've used it for wildlife stuff. I put cameras in it and everything. It used to be the thing I brought in the car all the time. Whenever I needed to just have things that would stay in the car, I'd bring a Uline, you know, carry-on suitcase. It's great. Anyway, that's not what I won this year. I did win one of the big ticket items. Obviously, you could probably guess, considering what we're talking about, but I won some sunglasses. These are Ray-Ban, which I know nothing about. I don't go in for sunglasses whatsoever, but these are Aviator Ray-Ban sunglasses, and they were talking about it at work as like, these are the big ticket items. This is the drawing. If your name comes up, you can have one, whatever it is. These are $180. And I went, are they actually? And I looked on their website. Yes, they are $180 sunglasses. Now, they do not perform 180 times better than my dollar store sunglasses. I can tell you that. And they're nice. They seem like decent quality. This is literally the second time I've ever put them on. I got them yesterday. I opened them up. There was still a little bit of sun left. So I was out on my porch and I just put them on and looked at the sunset and went, oh, that's nice. And I called Bonnie out and I was like, hey, you want to try $180 sunglasses? Because she also will spend like more than me, $15 or $20 on sunglasses, but does not buy the really expensive ones and does not go in for anything like that. And she put them on and goes, oh, that's nice. And I went, that's exactly what I said. They're nice. They're decent. I do not care for, I don't know how much this comes through on the GoPro. I do not care for the fact that Ray-Ban is etched right there. Thankfully, that's not in my field of vision, but that just seems like status symbol-y. Like that, I would never buy designer pretty much anything. I would never buy something for a brand name or buy something for the status. I buy something with its good quality or decent value. So I would never buy Ray-Ban sunglasses. I can pretty much tell you that. Unless these last, I mean, I recognize that these are very low quality, but I have had these for years. I think I bought one of these pairs I had when I got my car. And no, I don't mean this car. I mean my previous car, because I needed a pair of sunglasses to put in my car. I left my old ones when I sold my last car. I accidentally forgot those. I cleared everything else out of the car, but I forgot my sunglasses. So I bought the first pair. I don't remember which ones, the blue ones or the yellow ones, but I bought one of them back when I got that car. So you're talking like, what, 2016? They're coming up in almost 10 years. And the other ones I know I bought because we were going on vacation and we stopped at a dollar store on our way to Destin, Florida. That was 2019 vacation. So one of them I've had for 4 going on 5 years, and the other one I've had for much longer. And they still work. They're still doing fine. So if these last 20 years, then I'll consider it. If I'm still wearing the same Ray-Ban sunglasses in 2045, 15, 20 at least. I mean, these ones are fine after, I definitely got to the point where it's like I should go buy another dollar pair of, I don't even know if you can get them for $1 anymore. It seems like everything's gone up, but, a couple dollars or whatever it is for a pair of aviator sunglasses. They're stretched because my head is big, but they're scratched, which does bother me. That's the biggest thing, the fact that they're scratched. The nose pieces haven't come off. That's typically what comes off on sunglasses that are super cheap like this. The ear pieces, I don't know what all the terminology is, but these usually come off as well. They've done well. They've done surprisingly well, and they're going to stay in the car as my backups, but you may notice that. I thought it would be a fun little thing to talk about because value propositions, because of the way that I approach things, because of the way that I spend the money, and because you're going to be seeing, if you watch anything that I'm doing here, you're going to see me in the car, you're going to see me driving, you're going to see me wearing Ray-Ban sunglasses, and I do want to clear up, I did not pay for them. I paid $0 out of that $180 that they would cost. They were given to me as part of a Christmas raffle. And I don't use them as a status symbol of any kind whatsoever. I would never spend money like that. There are plenty of things that I'll spend money on foolishly, foolishly not for a brand name, but just foolishly because I know I can get value out of it. Look at all the camera stuff that I own. I've spent more than enough money on camera stuff, but I don't value sunglasses in that way. We'll see. There's no sun out today. I just recorded wildlife stuff. There's nothing. We're getting ready for snow tonight, so there's really no chance that I'm going to be wearing them until the snow is out. Maybe next time we're in the car, I'll use them for real and see whether or not they don't feel that much better. They don't seem that much better. So we'll see. But yeah, that's the story that I have for today of my little sunglasses adventure that's going on. I'm excited. That was really cool. I was needing to get some. I just didn't want to go to a dollar store, but I didn't have any other sunglasses, and I don't really want to order them online because then I will be paying more. I figured get the cheapest ones, but hey, I don't have to now. That legitimately was exciting. When my name came up on the wheel, we do a raffle for that, and I was like, oh, I was the first one out the gate. They had 5 pairs. They had 2 aviators and 3 of their just normal sunglasses, and I went, oh, I could use any of these. This would be amazing. And then the wheel goes around and I'm the first one. And of course, that's when the internet cuts out. And there's a whole thing with like, oh, let's respin it. And it was like, but I did, that's fine. I understand but it did just successfully go through. I mean, I did do it. It wasn't my fault that the internet crapped out and you guys can't hear me when everybody on the other side of the call that was remote could hear. Doesn't matter. They said, what do you want? And I said, the aviators, please. And they sent them to me and it's perfect. I'm very happy about that. So yeah, you'll see me wearing those, I assume, Here's hoping they're good for another 15, 20 years. If in 2040 to 2045 I'm still wearing them, I may consider spending more on sunglasses. This is the beginning of we'll see. If they don't last, if I have problems with them, then there's absolutely no way I'll spend any more than, bottom of the barrel pricing on sunglasses. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't think that they're... The only thing that I can think of would be if they had... I mean, I don't even think they're polarized, but I don't know if I need polarizing necessarily for not, like, you need them in certain situations, but for driving, that's all I really use them for. And I'm not trying to see through water. I'm not trying to see the reflections or anything. Like, they cut down on glare, but there's not really that much. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I'm speculating at this point, just based on what I know so far. But that's going to do it. That's a little thing that I had to talk about. Clear it up. Make sure that it's known. I did not pay for those. They're nice. I think they're nice. That's great. I'm happy about it. Here's hoping that they're just nice enough that I wear them throughout the whole time and then can go back to cheaper sunglasses or like middle of the road sunglasses without going, well, I got to have decent quality. I don't expect to buy sunglasses for quite a while. You've seen how long I've been using the pair that I have, the two pair that I have, so I don't expect to be buying sunglasses anytime soon. But hey, it's neat. It's cool. I'm glad I have them. I think that'll wrap it up. That's about all I got for this personal vlog. See you guys next time. In a very similar fashion, just to tack on here at the end real quick, we're talking about value, we're talking about spending money, and we're talking about what I've been doing recently and trying to find things that are worth it without them not being, I don't want to say a scam. It's not really a scam, but bad value. I have been trying. The one thing, one of my goals, I guess, for 2025, not necessarily, I didn't write it down, but I just went, I'm going to try to grow the beard back out, and I'm going to try to do it right, because the last time I did it a few years ago, I just let it go and didn't do anything. No products, no regular trimmings, and it just got long and scraggly and did not do okay. There are so many beard care products out there. It's insane. And there are so many that are probably not worth it. And there are so many options and so much marketing and garbage and just, wow. I have a bunch. I have a whole routine of everything we're doing. I hope that within a few years, you'll be able to see a difference. I've been, at least for a full month now, regularly putting different things in it and trying shampoos and conditioners directly made for that, as opposed to just generic stuff for the head as well, and trying to do all that. But you want to go down a whole rabbit hole of marketing and just nonsense and just wastes of money beauty in general, as in like the marketing department and the amount of money spent on things like that, is a huge industry, and it is no surprise that it has spread to the men's beards as well. I really hope, I talked about it in the vlog as well, I hope this comes in a bit better. I'm taking specific vitamins to try to promote healthy hair growing. I don't know if that's going to work. If I don't see results within a few months, I won't be doing that anymore. But I bought a couple months supply and I went, okay, we'll see. We'll see. They're vitamins. It's not like it's weird chemicals. That's the only thing I'm not doing, is trying to get like Rogaine or untested things or chemicals or really anything. It's mostly natural stuff and mostly just vitamins and different ways. I have noticed a difference from a month to now, using a leave-in conditioner, using the specific shampoo and conditioner on certain days and things like that. It's much softer, which I like, and my partner likes. That's better. I just need to keep it growing and more maintained. I did actually put a comb in my car, which I forgot to use, but there's something that I actually have started caring about that I did not before. I don't really ever go in for my appearance much at all. I used to cut my hair every month or two, however it was, and did that for 10 years and then just went, well, I'm losing all my hair anyway, we'll just shave it off. That's about the most I've done appearance-wise until the last month or so, when I started doing more self-care routine, more I'll give the tiniest little bit about my appearance of an effort and try. But anyway, that's something that I've been spending money on, that I've had to find out what's the good value and what's the not good value, because there's a lot of marketing, a lot of products, and not all of them are going to work the exact same way. But anyway, now we're done. Bye, everybody.